winter foods that we often overlook, with the exception of as coleslaw, is cabbage. So today I'm going to show you something that you can do to actually cook cabbage. It's also nice roasted or baked, but this one we're going to saute. I'm adding a teaspoon of vegetable oil to our skillet, and then I'm going to add to that a medium onion. If you got a large onion, half of it will do. It doesn't have to be finely chopped, just coarsely chopped. And then you're going to let that saute on a medium heat. I'm going to turn it down a little bit because we want it to get nice and golden. It's going to take you, if you've got the heat right, about 5 to 6 minutes. But you do want to keep an eye on it, because if you don't have the heat right, it can go from lovely and golden brown to burnt very, very quickly. So just stay with it or stay in the kitchen until you have a feel for what that heat level should be. Again, it should take about 5 to 6 minutes. You just want it to kind of gently turn golden, not actually getting even to the brown stage. Okay, you can see this has gotten pretty golden. We got a few bits that have gotten a little bit darker, but I think we did fairly well here. Next, we're going to add a pound of cabbage. Now, you notice that I've sliced it. I haven't gone as thin as we usually do with slaw. If you want to shorten the cooking time on this, you could do that. Make it very, very thin. You could also, if you wanted to do it in bigger chunks, that's just going to extend your cooking time. So the way you cut it is really going to impact how long it's going to take you to make this dish. Also going to add about 1/4 of a teaspoon of black pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt, and the real joy to this one to me is it's a teaspoon of caraway seeds. Now, if you talk with folks who are a little bit older, they will often talk to you about cabbage being a cooked dish as opposed to slaw and thrown into other salads. So this would be something that might be a little bit retro in that regard. And I think if you've got somebody older in your family who has that experience, they're really going to like this. And I think if you have younger people, they're going to like it too. The difference that we have here is that in that retro experience, if you really wanted to go true to form, they would cook this for a very long time. This we're going to saute for somewhere between 15 to 30 minutes. It could even be 10. Again, it's going to depend on how finally you do those slices as you go through. And if you wanted to save a little bit of time, you could actually purchase the pre-sliced cabbage that's already ready for slaw. It would actually even be quite pretty, because it would have a little bit of carrot and maybe a little bit of red cabbage in there too, which is going to perk it up. But the caraway seeds really add something to me that's reminiscent of Germany, and you want to have sausage with this. It's just a really, really good flavor combination. Again, we're going to let this cook, stirring it fairly often, but you don't have to constantly stir it, until it's as tender as you want it to be. As I said in the past, people probably would have cooked this, maybe even added a little bit of broth or water to it so it would become very, very tender, cooked it for a very long time. I've still got some bite to this one. There's still some crispness to it, which is the way most of us today want to have our vegetables. It gives us a little bit more nutrition in there, as well as a little bit more texture to it. So again, you can cook it as long as you'd like, but this looks like it's cooked about enough for our purposes today. I hope you'll give this one a try. It's Caraway Cabbage. For Oklahoma Gardening, I'm Barbara Brown.